Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Branson Andrew. I'll be the instructor today. This is a training course to preserve hearing. The section that it covered in the Code of Federal Regulation is 29 CFR 1910.95, parts I, K, and L. And there's also some other parts in here. Like I said before, my name is Branson Andrew. I graduated from Burke High School in Burke, Louisiana, which is about 40 minutes from Thibodeau at the most. I'm currently attending Nicholls State University, where I'm looking to get 2 associate's degrees, both of them in May. One's going to be in safety and one's going to be in petroleum services. The objectives for today's training course is the learners will be able to prevent themselves from sustaining hearing loss, to learn the purpose of hearing protection. The trainees will learn the purpose of hearing tests, and they will be able to state the procedures of a hearing test. The contents of this PowerPoint video presentation and the course is employees that need this training, to teach employees effects of noise on hearing, what's the purpose of wearing hearing protection, now it's kind of obvious, tell the reason why hearing tests are used and the procedure of hearing tests, and maintenance of hearing protection equipment. And also there's a few exercises I put at the end to test y'all's knowledge. Who needs training? According to 1910.95, Section I-2, employees are exposed to over 85 decibels for over an 8-hour period. You might ask, how loud is 85 decibels? Well, we'll get to that later on. I have an image showing y'all exactly how loud 85 decibels is. Here's the image. 85 decibels is a little bit above a loud alarm clock and a little bit below lawnmowers and power tools and blenders. A lot of these things in the pictures, I didn't realize how loud they were until I seen this picture, and they can be very dangerous for your hearing if you're exposed to them for too long. For instance, a concert is 110 decibels. If you listen to 85 decibels over an extended period of time, that's dangerous enough, much less a concert for 30 minutes, it says, and you'll be in very bad shape. Hearing protection. The use of hearing protection should be regulated by the employees. According to the CFR, they're in charge of training you or sending you to training and making sure you use the proper hearing protection for whatever you're doing. Like the safety personnel should be going around checking, make sure all hearing equipment is being used, and also the same people, the safety personnel, are also supposed to make sure that the maintenance of the hearing protection is being good. Like there's no damage to earmuffs, there's no making sure that you don't reuse the roll-up earbuds. This is just a simple video on how to install the proper earplugs, and it just says you reach your left arm, whatever arm you're not putting the earbuds in, you reach over the ear and you grab your upper ear and you stick it in. But before you do that, you gotta roll the earbud in between your thumb and your forefingers and make sure it's real small and tight so it forms to your ear canal and it's a proper fit. There's a few different types of hearing protection. They got foam, wax plugs, muffs, silicone plugs, universal plugs. But the best plugs they have out there, what they call auto plastics. A lot of musicians and motorbikes and people that are just exposed to loud noises often get them, but they're custom fitted to the ear canal. So it's pretty much going to have you hearing 0 decibels, which is very protective. Hearing protection training. Loud noises, like a sudden loud noise, 110, 100 plus decibels, could have a real bad negative effect on your hearing. It can even bust an eardrum in some cases. But just because it's not a loud noise don't mean that it's not going to hurt you over the long period. Like, for instance, 85 decibels over an 8-hour period can cause severe damage. There are many reasons why you should wear hearing protection. This one's pretty obvious to me. I mean, obviously you're gonna wear hearing protection so you don't go deaf, but I mean you should also just want to protect yourself from extreme loud noises. This is the responsibility of the employees. They're supposed to be giving you hearing tests. They're supposed to give you the hearing. They're supposed to supply the hearing protection for you, and teach you how to put it in. Make sure you can put it in. They're supposed to maintain and take care of all hearing protection. Like earmuffs, they can be reused, and sometimes they can be expensive. So you're supposed to maintain them. Make sure they don't have no cracks or anything where noise can slip in. And they should also ensure if you get custom fitted pieces, they should make sure they fit right. Audiograms. An audiogram is just a graph of an audio test. An audio test is what you can hear, what exactly you can hear before you start working, like your hearing level and everything. Um, an audio test should be done when you first sign up, within 6 months of you first signing up for the exam, for the job, or and annually after that. Every year you should be sent to do an audiogram according to this CFR. This is the side note. I mean, I feel like this is true for any kind of safety regulation. That even if it's not your job, doesn't mean you shouldn't encourage people to follow safety regulations, because that would help out a lot and make the industry a whole lot safer. And this is one of the exercises, the first exercise in this picture. Is this picture a good example of the proper use of hearing protection? Obviously, it's not, because he got the earmuffs around his neck and they're not on his ears protecting him. Exercise 2. How often should an audiogram be done? The answer is B, as I stated earlier, annually, because that's what the CFR says. In this video, you should learn how to prevent yourself from sustaining ear loss, purpose of hearing protection, and learn the purpose of audiograms and the procedures of a hearing test. And this is just up. So if you have any questions, leave a comment in this comment section. I'll try to answer all your questions. Thanks for watching.